K-Hawks. The school of champions, we laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian, again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen,
High school learning champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the Collinsville Sports Complex here on the western edge of Collinsville. We are right across the street from the middle school and the shopping center that hosts Rural King as the main occupant now, but we are here because your Lady Kahok softball team is here, so that's why we're here. Glad that you are with us. As we get you ready for this game, we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service is served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where you will find them. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. That phone number is 618-855-9007. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest with an overall record of 3-11. They are 1-4 in Southwestern Conference play under their second-year head coach Amy Flowers, who has an overall record now of 11 wins and 30 losses. Gillespie, they come in at 10-2 overall. They are 2-0 in South Central Conference play. Michelle Smith is their head coach, and she's been at that job for 20 years now, into her 20th year anyway, and has a overall record of 412 wins and 148 losses. Well, the Kahok softball program begins a 4-game homestand today, with tomorrow being the only day off from games this week. Lady Kahok snapped a 4-game winless streak on Thursday with a 5-0 win here against East St. Louis. The 5-0 score was the first time since 2005 that Collinsville didn't beat East St. Louis in a shortened mercy rule game. 21 years ago, Collinsville beat East St. Louis 1-0 and 7-1 in that 2005 season. The next year, Collinsville piled up 28 runs in the 2 games played in 2006, and that lopsided trend continued until just last week. Over the last 20 years, Collinsville has won 37 games over East St. Louis, outscoring the Flyers 656-28, with 26 of those games being by a shutout before the Lady Kahawks had that game last week, which is also a shutout. Before the 5 runs scored on Thursday, the only other time Collinsville scored in single digits versus the Flyers was 7 in 2021, besides that 1-0 game back in 2005. Lady Kahawks followed that win up with a hard-fought 9-7 loss at Breeze Central the next day. Collinsville fell behind 7-0 early, but started pushing back with runs in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. They were down 9-5 going into the 7th. Collinsville got 2 more runs across, but no more, and fell by that 9-7 score. Freshman Ava Munez hit the second home run of the season. That was a 3-run shot. Freshman McKenna Trice picked up 2 RBIs on a double, and freshman Audrey Lauenstein also had a double in that game. For Gillespie, this is the 31st season of softball at Gillespie High School, and they have a very solid and consistent program over all of those years, sporting a record of 591 wins to 246 losses, a 706 winning percentage. The Lady Miners have only been to state 3 times in the previous 30 years. They won second place in 1995 after losing in quarterfinal action in 1993 and in 1994. By the way, they do have 7 seasons missing off of the IHSA page, so that overall win percentage may be a little bit skewed. This season, though, they're falling right back into their winning pattern. Gillespie started off 3-0 before losing 5-0 to Edwardsville. Lady Miners then won another 3 straight and outscored those 3 opponents 65-14 in the process, including a 31-2 win at Metro East Lutheran on March the 30th. The only other loss came in their next game. That was a 9-6 loss versus Williamsville. Since then, and coming into today's game, Lady Miners have won their last 4, 3 of those via shutout over Litchfield, Civic Memorial, and Lincolnwood, outscoring those 3 teams 34-0. Gillespie comes into this game after an 8-2 win Friday at Vandalia. Head coach Michelle Smith has 13 regional championships, but her teams have moved no further than the regional championship round. They won their last 2 regional championships as well. All right, we continue with our senior interviews. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with the final of the 2 seniors on this year's team, and that would be Jazz Gomez. And my conversation with young Miss Gomez will come your way as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations, and now in Marissa, St. Laborie, and New Athens for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs with super low closing costs and low construction loan rates. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121, or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, back at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Little Lady Kahok softball going on for you. We only have two seniors on this year's team, and we already talked things over with Faith Fairchild, so that just leaves us one. Besides the team manager, which she doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to interview her too. Jazz Gomez is who we have left on the senior interviews. Jazz has been on the varsity team for 4 years. And we're going to get to know a little bit more about young Miss Jazz Gomez. All right, Jazz, thanks for visiting with us anyway. We appreciate it. Tell us about your family, man. I want to hear about the parents, any brothers or sisters, and any pets that you might have.
All right. I have my number one best friend, my mom. I have my dad. I have two younger siblings, a little brother who's a freshman in high school. He's real excited for the rest of his 4 years. And then a little sister who just started about to end sixth grade. And I did have a pet. I love her. My little Daisy girl, but she's not with us anymore. But I'm ready for a wiener dog.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. Sorry to hear about your other pet, Daisy. All right. Tell me your softball story. Who got you started in the game of softball, and how old were you when that journey began?
I was actually about 8. I didn't want to do any sports. My dad forced me to join a rec team where I met my best friend, who's still my best friend to this day. Her name's Faith Fairchild, the other senior. And I've just been playing it my whole life, basically.
I thought your mom was your best friend.
Oh, don't tell her I said that.
Maybe she won't listen to this. I don't have any idea, but I'm guessing she will. All right, time for the favorite things category. These would be your favorite things. What is your favorite sweet snack?
My favorite sweet snack, it's going to sound childish, but Dirts and Worms ice cream.
Nothing wrong with that, man. You know, I get a lot of gummy worms and nerds and stuff like that, so I'm not going to hold any judgment. All right, favorite salty snack?
Dill pickle hot Cheetos. I know it messes up my stomach, but it's amazing.
That doesn't even sound good. All right, favorite meal of the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Probably lunch.
All right, what's for lunch and who cooks lunch for you? Or do you do it yourself?
So Taco Bell cooks my lunch. Um, Probably my grilled cheese burrito is my favorite food from Taco Bell, which I have for lunch today.
All right, so my next question was going to be favorite restaurants, fast food, and sit down. So I'm guessing fast food's going to be Taco Bell.
Yes, of course. My favorite sit-down restaurant would probably have to be either Chili's or Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nothing wrong with either of those. All right, favorite music genre. What is your favorite type of music to listen to?
Probably country. I know it's a little basic, but you can never go wrong with singing your heart out to country.
My wife does the same thing. I'm not a big country fan. All right, you have a favorite group or a favorite artist in that country genre?
I think my favorite right now, he's kind of country, but more like Christian country. It's Brandon Lake. I actually went to go see him yesterday night. Yeah, it was really fun.
All right, that's cool. Never heard of him, but I'll have to look at that one. All right, school stuff. What is your least favorite class in high school?
I'm gonna have to say probably social study, like the history.
See, that was my favorite.
I mean, to each his own.
What is your favorite class in high school?
My favorite class is probably my dual credit class I'm in right now for CAVC. It's we go and student teach at different like grade levels, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, cool. What is your future looking like for you when you graduate? That's happening next month, whether you like it or not. You're graduating next month. What's next for Jazz Gomez?
I'm going to go straight into college. I'm going to go into an early childhood education program where I'm just going to continue my education to try to be a early childhood teacher.
All right. So, what does Jazz Gomez like to do for fun? No softball, no sports at all, which I know this is the only one you play. So, what would you like? What do you like to do for fun?
Long car rides where I'm singing my heart out. I know I shouldn't be because I sound terrible, but it's probably my favorite thing to do.
All right. Shout out time for you. Who out there in the wide, wide world would you like to say hi to?
My mommy. She's on her way right now, but she's probably my. Don't tell Faith I said this. My mom's my number one best friend. But I'm so excited. Everything I do is because of her.
All right, so that would make Faith 1A.
1B.
1B.
Yes.
Yes. All right. All right. So, what have you enjoyed the most about being a Lady Kahok softball player?
Probably creating the relationships I have with all the players. This is probably my top year. Like, I love all the girls. We're all friends. And it's just getting that family was my favorite part.
Jazz Gomez, thank you very much for the visit. Good luck this afternoon, and good luck in your future.
Thank you. You too.
All right, that is Jazz Gomez, number 6 in your program. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw both starting lineups your way and some stats. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is one of the area's longest-running VFW posts. VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville is your place to meet and join other area veterans. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville offers all kinds of activities to help our veterans, as well as engaging the public with fun, food, fellowship, and a great time for great causes. Blood drives, fundraisers, raffles, and a Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday night. Plus, VFW Post 1117 in Caseyville has event space for your parties, celebrations, and other get-togethers. For more information, check out the VFW Post 1117's Facebook page or call the Caseyville VFW at 618-344-9878. Once again, we welcome you back here to the Collinsville Sports Complex, getting you ready for this game between Collinsville and Gillespie. And here are your starting lineups. First for Gillespie. Ava Parrish will lead things off and play shortstop. Jillian Smith bats second and does the catching duties. In the number 3 spot is Sadie Schultes. She'll be playing right field. In the cleanup spot, Lacey Schuckenbach. Third base is where she'll be playing. Ava Rockers will bat fifth and play first base. Peyton Reed is doing the pitching and batting sixth. Elena Scott is in center field and batting seventh. Batting eighth is the second baseman Ava Segura. And batting ninth is Amari Vickery, and I did not write down her spot. In the process of elimination would put her in left field. That's what my process is going with that in my head anyway. For Collinsville, when they get up to the plate, they will lead things off with Ava Munez, who will be playing center field. Ava Demetrius is batting second and playing third. Behind the plate, McKenna Trice is batting third. Peyton Smith is the designated player today. Ali Vilef will be batting in the number 5 spot and playing right field. Lily Parlberg at first base batting sixth. Batting seventh is Audrey Lauenstein. And playing left field, Faith Fairchild is at shortstop batting eighth. And Presley Thomas is at second base batting ninth. Peyton Smith, the designated player, will be batting for our pitcher today. You see her in the circle, and that is Aubrey Bordoni. And Aubrey's numbers on the year. This is her 13th game played in, her 9th start of the year. She does have 2 complete games. She has a record of 2-7, 45 innings pitched. She has an ERA of 5.60, and during that time, she has struck out 61 and walked 32. On the other microphone, Mr. Chris Keller. How are you, sir?
Oh, all right. Finally back out here at the softball field. Didn't get to see the team any of the games last week as we're in full force with these spring sports going here.
Yes, we are. And the first pitch is in there for a ball to Ava Parrish. And Ava Parrish on the year batting .441. She has 5 doubles and 3 triples plus a couple of home runs. This Gillespie softball team has hit 9 home runs this year. Okay. And this wind is blowing straight out to right field. So if anyone gets anything up in the air going that way, it might carry over the fence.
And some big bats. They had some high run totals in some games. They really piled up on some teams.
Yeah, especially that Metro East Lutheran game where they scored 31. That must have took forever.
It had to have. That's a lot of runs, and that's going to take a while. Eventually, at some point, you probably just start taking intentional outs.
Yeah. Yeah, ball 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone for Aubrey Bordoni. And we already have our first base runner. And that will bring up the number 2 batter in the order, which is Jillian Smith. Smith on the year is batting .333 with 3 triples and a double. And she also has 6 runs batted in. 3 girls have 11 runs batted in, but the leader is going to be today's pitcher with 15 runs batted in, and that one hit her. So just like that, the first 2 runners have reached.
Looking to bunt there, but the pitch comes way inside, and Bordoni lets the first 2 on. She had a pretty good game last time out against O'Fallon. From what I heard, held them to 3 runs, gave their team every chance she could.
And the thing I've noticed about Bordoni in the few games that I've seen her is that it takes her a little bit to find the zone, and she has those early inning struggles before she settles down a little bit. Here is Sadie Schultes batting in the number 3 spot, and she'll take one right down the middle. There's our first strike of the game out of Bordoni. Schultes on the year batting .467. She has a triple and 5 doubles and also has 9 runs batted in on the year. Ava Parrish is at second. Jillian Smith is at first, and that one's in there for a strike too, so maybe she'll settle down a little earlier. Parrish, in case you were wondering, has stolen 8 bases on the year. They have 0 in the caught stealing category. I don't know if that's true or they just don't put them in. Some teams don't put them in. They just put in the stolen bases, but I'm not really sure about Gillespie. Here is the 0-2, swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Ava Munoz, and she's not going to get there. That ball is going to go all the way up against the wall, and 1 run at least is going to score. Here's a throw over to third base, not in time. So it is going to be a RBI. What do you call that, a single, and she took second on the throw, or are you going to give her a double?
Well, the trail runner really held up there, and she almost caught her and passed her.
So double?
So I guess I'll give her the double because she kind of had to hold up for the trail runner. She otherwise would have got to second base.
Yeah.
And quickly, Gillespie's on the board.
Yes, they are. And here's the cleanup hitter and a smash right to the shortstop, and a nice play over there by Faith Fairchild. 1 away, but the run does come home and score on the fielder's choice. Things are happening kind of quick around here already.
Yeah, no chance to breathe. First pitch there. Good glove by Fairchild to glove that. Just go ahead and get the out, and don't try to do too much. Get the first out of the inning. Let the run score.
So 2-0. 1 out. Runner still on over at third base. That didn't even give you get a chance to give you Schuckenbrock's numbers there. We'll do that next time she comes up. Here is Ava Rockers. Rockers on the year batting .333. She has 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. And looks at 1 outside. Snap throw down to third base. And I tell you what, if that would have been on the other side instead of reaching over there was Ava Dimitrilis. She had to reach over to the shortstop side to bring that back. If it would have been on the back, she might have had a chance. 2-1 the count to Rockers. Next pitch. That one's in the dirt. Nice stop back there by Trice.
Did everything he could there to protect the umpire, get to that ball.
Yeah, I've already seen that this Lady Miners team will pile up runs on you early if you don't get them out. 3-0. Now it's ball 4. So now we have runners on the corners once again, and still just the 1 out.
Number 13, Paxton Reed.
Here is Paxton Reed, the pitcher. Paxton Reed on the year leads the team in the home run category with 4 of the 9 that they have, batting .423, 15 runs batted in. Besides the 4 home runs, she also has 3 doubles, as that was a steal of second. And while the runner at third thought about going on the throw to second, instead Trice threw one down to third base, but back in there safely was Schultes. So second and third, and 1 away. Runners in scoring position again for Paxton Reed. Outfielders are playing a little deeper now than they started with that win, man. Anything that gets up in the air is probably going to travel. Pop flies on the infield are probably going to be adventurous, to say the least.
That one hit the outfield there. Munoz thought she might need to take a few steps in, and quickly it was over her head.
Yep. Next pitch. That one's in there for a strike. That's what I was taught when I was playing ball when I was a youngster, was when you play the outfield, when you see one coming your way, your first instinct is to step in. Your first instinct should be to step back, because you can always correct and run forward. It's hard to run backwards. Another walk.
I'll load them up for Gillespie here, and Kahok infield will want to talk about this before the next batter comes up. Courtesy runner will come in at first.
Lila Shaw will come in and do the running for the pitcher. And Helenia Scott, the center fielder, will come in. Scott batting .423 on the year. Triple, 3 doubles, and 5 runs batted in. Heavy dose of right-handers here in this lineup. Pitch by Bordoni, swinging a shot down the third baseline. Stepped on the bag, and that's all we're going to get. That's, not a bad move. At least you got the lead runner. Run does score, though.
Yep, just don't try to do too much. Just get that first.
Yeah.
That lead runner there. Going to end up giving up another run. She was trying to see what her options were for a double play, but no go on that. So, a couple balls hit in the infield. Kahok defense does a good job of at least getting the out.
Here is Ava Segura. Segura batting .417 on the year. She has 11 runs batted in. All of her hits have been, 5 doubles. The rest of them were singles, and she has 11 runs batted in. One of 3 Lady Miners with 11 runs batted in. Swinging a foul ball. That one's going to go right off the top of the fence line in front of the Lady Miners dugout. Lady Miners, by the way, have stolen 24 bases on the year. They've committed only 7 errors, and that's good for 0.58 per game. That one's down low. Snap throw over to first base, and back in there safely is Scott. Collinsville, on the other hand, has committed 57 errors this year, 4.1 per game. 3-1 pitch from Bordoni on the way. Swinging a pop fly, and that one's going to go right into the glove of Faith Fairchild, and that will end the inning. But in the inning, 3 runs do come across and score, and that is going to send us to the home half of the first inning, and we'll be back to tell you all about Collinsville's first at bat when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Stan Schaefer Field at the Collinsville Sports Complex. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. I forgot to set the defense for the Collinsville Kahawks when they were out in the field, so I'll have to do that next inning as well. All right, but here's the defense that we have going on here for the Lady Miners. Amari Vickery in left field, Helena Scott in center, Sadie Schultes is in right field, Lacey Schuckenbrock is at third base, Ava Parrish at shortstop, Ava Segura at second base, Ava Rockers at first base. It's all Ava infield except for the third baseman. And on the in the circle is Paxton Reed, and doing the catching will be Jillian Smith, and leading things off for Collinsville is Ava Munoz, and Ava has the only 2 home runs for Collinsville this year. There's a swing and a shot right underneath the glove of the second baseman Segura, and on her way to second is Munoz. She's going to turn the corner and head for third, and then the ball was dropped out there by the second baseman Segura. So ending up all the way over at third base is Ava Munoz. How are you going to score that one?
It's a hot shot. I don't think she got a glove on it.
No, she didn't get a glove on it. It went underneath her glove, rolled all the way to the fence, so there's no error out there. But the one going to third base, the second baseman kind of dropped the ball as she was ready to take it out of her glove for the throw to third base. Not sure if she would have got her or not, so I'm just going to give her a triple.
Muniz
Next up, third base.
wasn't running so fast there, and she got away at third. She was grabbing the back of her.
Got a hammy?
Yeah, kind of hamstring tighten up on that, and they scored a triple on the game changer.
All right. I'm going to go with that as well. All right, that will bring up Ava Dimitrilius, the third baseman. Ava on the year batting .259, 4 runs batted in. Has a double to go along with her 6 base hits, and that one is going to be fouled off out of play.
Stays in there, still trying to stretch it out. And
hammies are no good when you're trying to run, that's for sure. Hard enough when you're trying to walk. Dimitrilius Looks the one outside. It wasn't a bad recovery by Muniz after she swung at that first pitch that was way outside. Settled herself down and got one she liked and took it. That one's on the inside corner, called strike. I don't think Dimitrilis liked it too much. She walked away shaking her head. 2-2 the count.
I looked at her outside there, but he called it.
Next pitch. That one's inside by Paxton Reed. Numbers on Paxton on the year. She has a 1.03 earned run average, so that's a pretty nice earned run average there, that's for sure. And a foul back to the screen, and Reed on the year has struck out 37 and only walked 3. She's given up 34 hits. She has given up 0 in the home run department, and she comes in with a sparkling record of 6-1. Full count to Dimitrilis. McKenna Trice on deck. Oh, ball 4 high. We have runners on the corners and no one out.
Next up, catcher.
Nice start to the inning. First 2 get on.
Yeah. And here is McKenna Trice. See if she can do some damage. She remains the leading hitter, batting .306. 3 runs batted in. Has a double. No other power numbers than that. And she's going to turn around and bunt. Pulls it back, takes a strike, and going down to second base on the play was Dimitrilis.
Trying to protect there as Dimitrilis is going to go with the pitch. Take the strike.
Ball. So runners on second and third. In scoring position for Trice. Reed ready with the next. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Gillespie with only 12 players on their roster. There's a bouncing ball. That's going to get at least 1 home and off of the glove of the shortstop and safe over at first base. Ava Parrish had a hard time with that one. That one's going to go down as an error, but Collinsville will be the beneficiary of that error and score 1 run. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So now we have,
Laswell come in and run for Trice.
Ended up changing innings instead of putting the run on the board, and they ended up taking 1 away from Gillespie. What am I doing over here? Still nobody out, so that much we know. Now on over at third is Dimitrilis, and Trice has a courtesy runner out there. Who is that again?
That's Laswell.
Laswell.
She takes second on that pitch. Called strike.
And swinging a pop fly on the infield, and that was told you, man, pop flies on the infield are going to be tough to deal with, and Ava Segura was lucky that she caught that one as she was backpedaling the whole way.
It's tough backpedaling there. Don't know where the dirt's going to end. Could hit that lip and lose your footing.
Peyton Smith pops up. Didn't get you any numbers on her as well, so I owe you 1 from each team so far. Here is Allie Viloff. And Allie on the year batting .261. She has a home run too. Sorry, I said that Muniz had the only 2, but forgot that Viloff got one the other day against I think Breeze, or was that against O'Fallon? I can't remember. Anyway, that is the only RBI that Allie has on the year, is that home run she got. 1 ball, 1 strike against her. She's going to bunt. Nice one it is, right in front of home plate. Throw down to first base is in time. Throw back home. Out at home. A double play. That is the 5th double play turned by Gillespie this season, and that one will end the inning. And Collinsville had some chances there, but only managed to get 1 across. We will take a break and come back with the top of the 2nd inning right after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332.
Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler with you, 3-1 after one inning of play between Gillespie and Collinsville. And the only batter that didn't get to bat in that first inning for Gillespie was Mari Vickery. And Vickery comes in batting an even .400 with 1 home run and a triple to go along with 8 runs batted in. All right, didn't get a chance to do it last inning, so how about we set the defense for Collinsville? Andre Lowenstein is in left field, Ava Munez in center, Ali Vilef is in right, around the horn on the infield after this next pitch. Bouncer right back to Bordoni, but it falls out of her glove, and she doesn't have a chance, and she ends up throwing it away.
It's going to make Vilef have to go chase it down in right field, and
yeah,
it's going to get all the way to third.
After she dropped it, she should have just ate it.
Next up,
We've seen a little bit of that time trying to do too much.
So that would be 2 errors on the same play by Bordoni. One, she dropped it, and then she threw it away. And let's continue with the infield defensively. Emma DiMatrilius is at third. Faith Fairchild at short. Presley Thomas is at second. Lily Parlberg at first. And McKenna Trice behind the plate catching for Bordoni, who gets a strike in there and now is ahead in the count to Ava Parrish, who walked and scored in the first inning. She's in an 0-2 hole. That one's outside, ball 1.
Unfortunate into that last inning for the Chaos. Had second and third, 1 out.
Yeah.
Vila puts down a good bunt. I thought she was safe.
I do agree. High pop fly. That one's going to get out of play.
And they get the third out at home.
Yeah, she was definitely out at home. She ran into that pit down there where all these right-handed batters, they do that little chicken thing where they move their feet back and forth trying to dig themselves in. And she stopped right before the little mound, which is right next to home plate because of all that. That one gets away, but no damage done there. Staying at third base was Vickery. And the next pitch, foul ball.
Spoiled that one there. Bottom going to drop out of it.
Ava Parrish. On deck is Jillian Smith. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, and down on strikes will go Ava Parrish for the first strikeout of the afternoon for Bordoni.
Brings the heat there, and
Next up, catcher number 10,
can you
Jillian
hit it?
Smith.
There
Right
is-
through it.
Yeah, Jillian Smith was hit by a pitch and came around to score in the last half inning for the Lady Miners. And the pitch, swing, and another chance there for Fairchild. Run's going to score, but Fairchild does her job and gets the out. So Smith will get credit for a
Right fielder
RBI.
number 9, Sadie Schultes.
And with the bases empty and 2 outs, here is Sadie Schultes, who doubled in a run in her first at bat. Foul ball back to the backstop.
Gillespie with 3 runs that have came in on infield grounders.
Yeah. Yeah, so far they only have the 1 hit, and it's the double that the current batter Schultes has. That one goes over the head of Trice back to the screen. Yeah, 3 walks, a hit batter, a double, fielder's choice. All that happened in the first inning when 3 runs scored. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Inside ball 2. Bordoni in the circle, ready to go with the 2-1. Here it is, and that one's high and outside, 3-1. Base is empty, 2 away. Bordoni trying to get out of this inning with just the 1 run scored, and instead she's going to give up another walk. From a strikeout to a walk.
Lacey Schuckenbrock.
And here is Lacey Schuckenbrock, who reached on the fielder's choice and knocked in a run in the process on the ground out to Faith Fairchild in the first. And the pitch pops out of the glove of Trice as she was ready to throw, but that one's going to be too late now. If it would have stayed in the glove, Schultes was going to stay at first base. Well, when it popped out of the glove, she kept going. So now a runner in scoring position. 1-0 the count to Schuckenbrock. And the pitch from Bordoni on the way. That one's inside. Mm. 2-0. Pitch from Bordoni, swinging a chance at third base and off of the glove of Demetrius. Here comes the throw home, but it's not going to get there in time.
Got to get in front of that and knock it down.
Oh, yeah.
Right. She's just trying to
Olate it.
Olate it there out with her glove, just sticking the glove out. Faster, get in front of it, knock it down. Keep it up there in the infield. Allows another run to score.
Yeah, that's an error on Demetrius. Schuckenbrock ends up taking second base on the throw to home. So she gets a single. Well, no, she doesn't because they've reached on an error.
Nobody on, 2 outs, nothing going for Gillespie, and then
boom, another run.
Another run on back-to-back batters.
Ava Rockers walked and then was out over at third base on the unassisted play over there by Demetrius.
Good luck finding that ball. It lands behind the tarp.
Yeah. That's a job for another day. Kind of went into that little tube, didn't it?
It's like behind it. It's like for the back behind it,
oh, yeah.
Stuck behind the fence.
0-2 pitch is just a little outside, so 1-2 the count. To Ava Rockers, the first baseman for Gillespie. Another one outside and a little high. They got her picked off, but it bounces off of the glove of Presley Thomas. And I don't think they're going to be able to get her, but the throw at home is just a little bit too late, and that's going to be another run that scores on another error.
Compound things there. Thomas and Fairchild collided, kind of.
Yep.
Had to get their wits back on them there, and then runner keeps going and throws not in time.
So, high pop fly. Ava Muniz is underneath it, and that's a shame that that run had to come in like that. Could have got out of that inning with just the 1 run scored, but as it stands, Gillespie picks up another one and leads 6-1 as we head to the top half of the second inning. And we'll be back to tell you all about the latest Lady Kahok at bat when we return from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you, and Lily Parlberg leads things off here. Gillespie with 3 runs in each inning, and they lead 6-0. And Parlberg on the year, batting .206, 3 runs batted in. All of her hits have been singles this year so far. Swinging a high pop fly on the infield. That's going to be adventurous again. And this time, though, Ava Segura will haul it in for out number 1.
Left fielder, number 32, Audrey Lauenstein.
Here's Audrey Lauenstein coming up to the plate. The left fielder for Collinsville comes in batting .231, 3 runs batted in, has a triple and 3 doubles on the year. And the lefty swings right over the top of the first offering from Paxton Reed.
First left-handed batter of the day, huh?
Yeah. No, Muniz.
That's right.
Swinging a little tapper that goes past the pitcher's mound and over to the shortstop, and no problem for Ava number 3, Ava Parrish.
Shortstop, number 16, Faith Fairchild.
Yeah, I didn't get much on that one.
No,
light
right off the end of the bat, yeah.
Just would have got a little less contact, a little foul tip or something.
Faith Fairchild comes in batting .184 with 4 runs batted in. She has a double. All the rest of her hits are singles.
Was batting leadoff earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Seemed to have moved down.
Peyton Reed looking for her first 1-2-3 inning, and she might just have it. Scooped up by Parrish and up over an OUT. Back-to-back grounds outs by the shortstop. Followed a pop-up to the second baseman, and that was a very fast inning. Nothing doing there for Collinsville in the home half of the second. We'll move now to the top of the third inning, and we will tell you all about that when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahawk Sports Network and KahawkSports.com. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Paxton Reed get things going here in the top of the third inning with a first pitch that was outside by Bordoni. Reed walked and was left on second base in her only at bat, and then the second one that's high and outside from pitcher to pitcher.
Quick half inning for the Kahawks.
Sure was.
Went by fast. Didn't see a lot of pitches. Quick outs.
Yeah, Reed didn't have to work too hard, did she? That one's off of the mitt, and ball 3.
Just like the first inning here, falls behind 3-0 on the first batter.
She already has 4 walks and a hit batter in this game, does Bordoni. Aubrey ready to the 3-0. Right down the middle for a called strike. Bordoni looking down at that wristband. Rocks back and forth and brings one home, and a foul ball back to the screen.
Bringing the heat the last 2 pitches. Does she have her set up here for some little off speed here to get her chasing?
Michelle Smith in the third base coach's box for Gillespie, and Joe Kelly down the first base side swinging a pop fly. That one's going to get on. Landed right where the on-deck batter was taking some swings. Elenia Scott had to get out of the way, but Peyton Smith couldn't get there. The ball came down kind of quick. Trying to get the leadoff batter out for the first time. Bordoni ready with a 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Oof. Low, the umpire says.
Next up, center fielder, number 11.
5th walk issued in the game by Bordoni.
Pinch running for the Miners, number 20, Lila Shaw.
Courtesy runner again comes in.
Shaw once again. I'll bring up Elenia Scott, center fielder. Reached on a fielder's choice. That's when the ball was hit to Demetrius, and she just stepped on third for the out, but she couldn't do anything after that. Shaw has 3 stolen bases, by the way, so keep your eye on her at first. Here's the pitch, and that one's up high. You call that a strike?
Yeah, he run her up on a, didn't seem to touch high.
Oh, boy.
I mean, the ball that rises up, maybe it went through just where she caught it. Well, it was kind of high.
Popped up. Smith's going to give it a look, but it's going to be out of play behind the Lady Miners dugout. Wind continues to gust out to right field. 30, 40 miles an hour sometimes today. That wind is gusting on up. Swinging a foul ball back here. Luckily for us, there's a screen. A fence. Whatever you want to call it. A backstop. Ava Segura waits on deck. Runner on first and no one out here in the top of the 3rd. And that one almost got away from Trice and off of her glove, then in between her cleats, and that allowed Shaw to go down to second. So a runner in scoring position once again for Scott, who's up there with a 2-2 count, swinging a little pop fly right into the glove of Smith, and she makes sure that Shaw wasn't going anywhere over at second.
Second baseman, number 2, Ava Segura.
A little light contact on that one, pulled it the other way there, and Smith makes the catch.
Ava Segura popped up to Faith Fairchild in that first inning to end the first inning after 3 runs came across. So a runner at second, 1 out, and the pitch is outside. Trice almost looked like she got her arm taken off trying to catch that one. Glove on the left hand. She had to reach all the way over to her right to snag it. 1-0 pitch on the way to Segura. That one's inside. 2-0. Next pitch by Bordoni. That one skips in there right in front of the chalk line in front of home plate.
Yeah, that one dropped way out in front there.
3-0. Bordoni in the circle, has her sign, brings the next one home. And that one's in there for a strike, I tell you what. Ava Segura thought she had a free pass over to first base.
Came up on that one early, probably taken all the way anyway.
3-1. Another pitch by Bordoni on the way. Walked her. Runners on first and second.
Left fielder number 6, Amari Vickery.
Here is Amari Vickery. Vickery, the only one not to bat in the first inning, led off the second inning by reaching on a double error by Bordoni in the circle. Ball popped out of her glove for error number 1, then she threw it into the dirt, and it got past Smith for error number 2. Swinging a high fly ball, and on the move is Ali Vilif. She has it for the out, throws it into the infield, and no one can advance.
Good positioning out there on the outfield. Didn't have to stroll too far on it.
Shortstop number 1, Ava Parrish.
The wind wasn't kicking up as much
Yeah.
this time, which helped.
So 2 away, and back to the top of the order, Ava Parrish, who has walked and struck out in this game so far. Bordoni already. Pitch, swinging a foul ball right off of the top of the mask belonging to Trice. She gets up like no problem. Amy Flowers is outside the dugout asking her if she's okay.
Good equipment.
Yeah. And a little extra padding up there. Probably better than a goalie mask, which is almost what they look like. That one's popped up, and that one actually came over the backstop and almost hit Luke down there from the Collinsville Daily News.
Thought he was safe.
Yeah. I think I'm safe standing behind this fence. That one had one of those weird trajectories on it where it could have hit him in the top of the head. There's another swing and a foul ball straight back. So Bordoni has got Parrish right where she wants her, ready for a strikeout once again of the number 1 hitter for Gillespie. 0-2 the count. Runners on first and second. And Bordoni ready with the 0-2, and here it is. Swing and a miss. She got her on strikeout once again. So 2 strikeouts in the game for Bordoni, both of them against Ava Parrish. And Gillespie does not score a run in this third inning. We go to the bottom of it, and we'll be back to tell you all about the next at-bat by the Lady Kahawks when we return from a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Are you a collector of sports trading cards and other sports memorabilia? Then you need to check out Rippin' Rookies Cards and Collectibles in Collinsville. Rippin' Rookies specializes in sports cards from all the major sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, plus Star Wars cards and more. Rippin' Rookies buys, sells, and trades cards and other memorabilia, and they have a large selection of single and graded cards. Walk-ins at Rippin' Rookies are welcome, or you can set up an appointment for large collections at sales@rippinrookies.com. Rippin' Rookies, 102 East Clay Street in the Old Herald Complex. Open Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rippin' Rookies, Collinsville sports card and memorabilia destination. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahawk Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878.
Presley Thomas will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. Her first at bat of the afternoon, and Presley batting .263 on the year. Still looking for her first run batted in, so since she's leading off, the only way that's going to happen is with a home run.
Perfect time for it.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Pitch by Reed, high and outside. Misses with the first 2-0. On deck is Berlin Hartman. She is going to come in and take the place of Ava Muniz, so I'm guessing Ava still dealing with that hamstring injury, and they don't want to push it. 2-0. Swing, shot down the line. That one's going to drop in fair. It does, and then takes a weird bounce, and no way Schultes was going to get that one, and on their way to third base is going to be, no, they're going to wave her home.
I called it.
Here's the throw, and she is safe at home inside the park. Home run by Presley Thomas.
There you go. I told you it was a perfect time for a home run.
I was the one who mentioned it first, but yeah, we can take credit for it up here in the booth. Sure. Presley Thomas did all the work, though.
You don't have to hit him over the fence for it to be a home run.
No, you do not.
Presley Thomas with the speed.
Yeah. How about that?
Karam's rounding that corner there, and
yeah, well, that took a weird bounce from Schultes. And it's all that mattered, right? I mean, never touched her glove, so it's not an error, that's for sure. And here is Berlin Hartman. And Hartman on the year batting .250 with a couple of runs batted in. Also has 3 runs scored. And Hartman from the left side, just like Muniz. And that one's down the third baseline, right into the glove of Schuckenbrock. And a little bit of an offline throw, but adjusting over there was Rockers. She stayed true to the bag and hold on for out number 1.
Last time we did a game at Alden, we thought we saw some odd things, and we hit a couple also here in this game. Inside the park home run.
Ava Dimitrilis up to bat. She walked, stole second, and then got thrown out at home plate on a 2-3-3-2 play. 2-3. Ali Vilov was thrown out at first, and then Dimitrilis tried to score and got nabbed it home. There's a shot right into the glove of Rockers. Man, that was a stab there.
She's playing even one more step in. There's no way she's going to grab that one. That's
Yeah.
a screamer down the line.
She was playing one more step towards second base. She wouldn't have got there either. Quickly 2 away. And it's up now to McKenna Trice to keep the inning going. That one's on the inside. Ball 1. Amy Flowers coaching down the third base line. And Braden Henson in the first base coach's box for Collinsville. Here's the 1-0. And that one skips right before home plate. 2-0. McKenna Trice reached on an error in her first inning, first at bat. Stole second base and then was stranded.
What does he want to do?
I don't know. Reed ready with another 2-0. That one's high and inside, ball 3. Due to be back here on Wednesday for a game against Cahokia, but that's the one day this week that it looks like Rain might have other ideas.
I think it's more Wednesday night into Thursday.
Well, it's supposed to be rain Tuesday night and then Wednesday afternoon into the night. That's the last forecast I saw.
Number 25, first baseman Peyton
Second
Smith.
walk of the game for Reed will put Trice on at first base, but she is going to have a pinch runner come in. Laswell once again will come in and run for her, and then McKenna can come back and get the catching gear on. Here is Peyton Smith, who popped up to the second baseman Ava Segura her first time. And a swing and a shot that's going to drop, and it's going to go into the outfield, and Laswell is going to stop at second. Wise move there, because coming in quickly was Schultes out in right field.
Number 18, Ali Vila.
Just hitting it where they aren't there.
Third hit of the game for Collinsville. They have more hits than does Gillespie. Gillespie has 6 runs on 1 hit. Is that what they have?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I have too. Swing and a miss by Allie Vilef. Allie was the one who grounded out. Well, she bunted a perfect bunt right in front of home plate. Got thrown out at first base on an iffy call. And then the throw home got Dimitrilis. As that one is inside, hits the corner, and 0-2. The count to Allie Vilef.
I believe it was the Edwardsville game when we saw the stats come through for that. It said Edwardsville had 12 runs and only like 3 or 4 hits, so you can see how it done. That first strike is called in the inning.
Yep, Ali Vilef get caught looking at that third strike, and it is the first strikeout of the game for Reed, who came in with plenty of them. Matter of fact, she had 37 coming in, and that's her first one. But Collinsville will pick up a run in that inning, and we will head to the top of the 4th inning, and it is 6-2 in favor of Gillespie, and we're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Save On Liquor and Wine in Collinsville is much more than what's in their name. Of course, Save On Liquor and Wine has liquor and wine, from brand names to specialty brands. Plus, they have gas, cigars, fountain drinks, coffee, craft beers, and other sundries and snacks. Plus, everything Save On Liquor and Wine has to offer comes served by a friendly, attentive, helpful, and polite staff that will go out of their way to serve you that special something for every taste. Make sure you check out Save On Liquor and Wine's new location at 6100 Center Grove Road in Edwardsville. Save On Liquor and Wine in Collinsville, 809 St. Louis Road, or call 618-344-1638. Save On Liquor and Wine, something for every taste. Mike and Sarah's Produce in Collinsville is a one-stop destination for seasonal fruits, vegetables, and more. Located at 116 North Bluff Road, Mike and Sarah's Produce features fresh selections of your favorite fruits and veggies, from cherries, peaches, and watermelons to corn, tomatoes, and zucchini. You can find all of your produce needs at Mike and Sarah's. Seasonal favorites such as pumpkins in the fall, summer peaches, spring asparagus, and more. Plus, Mike and Sarah's Produce is a go-to in the spring for flowered plants, hanging baskets, and a large selection of fresh seafood. Mike and Sarah's Produce, 116 North Bluff Road in Collinsville. Stop by today. Jillian Smith, the catcher for Gillespie, led off with a first pitch single out to left field. So that is how the top of the fourth gets started here. One pitch and a base hit. Second one of the afternoon for Gillespie. Pitch in there for Sadie Schultes. Schultes doubled in a run in the first inning and then walked and scored herself in the third. She has 2 runs scored. Smith on over at first base. No courtesy runner for the Lady Miners catcher. And the 0-1 to Schultes, or excuse me, the 0-1. That one was inside, 1-1. Smith over at first base also has 3 stolen bases. That one's going to drop down right in front of Berlin Hartman, but she throws it in kind of quickly. But I tell you what, not stopping at second at all was the runner Smith, and she went to third base on a heads-up play.
She was just chugging along the whole time, didn't even stop. Good job by Hartman to get it in quickly to make it a little more interesting, but
Hartman didn't have a lot of time to warm up before her first at bat, and she comes in to play the field, and all of a sudden she has to go to work as well. First 2 runners have reached here. That one's in there for a called strike to Lacey Schuckenbrock, who has reached on a fielder's choice and an error and has come around to score. One of those times when she reached on the error, she came around to score. 0-1 to her from Bordoni. Here's the next. Inside, runner goes down to second, and they try a snap throw over to third, trying to catch Smith off guard, but that did not work. And now runners at second and third with nobody out. And that pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And the next delivery inside. Wind has kind of slowed a bit, but it's still whipping around that American flag.
it's kind of even turned even more out.
Yeah.
Definitely 100% pulling out now.
High with the next pitch, and 3-2. Now the count to Schuckenbrock.
Don't lose her here.
Yeah, nobody out. You really don't want to. Next pitch, yep, she lost her. Bases are loaded.
Couldn't find the zone on them 4 pitches there.
Could have swore I already clicked that third base thing. Guess not. Now they're all juiced. That will bring up Ava Rockers. Rockers has walked and a fly out to center field as the infielders come in for a play at the plate. Bases are loaded. 6-2 the score. Collinsville trying to keep it that way. Kahok's looking for their first double play of the year. Now would be a good time for that, too. Pitch. Swinging a high pop fly on the infield. Trice wants it and has it. Nice job there That keeps everybody where they are.
Good job defending her position there. Get the
Pitcher
pop
number
up.
13, Paxton Reed.
Had to hold on to it.
Well, there is Paxton Reed. Reed has walked both times and was stranded at second both times.
The ball would have stayed in the infield. In the fair side of it would have been an out anyway.
The infielder's playing a little bit back now, especially Fairchild playing like normal infield depth. Sneaking in a little bit is Presley Thomas over at second. And the next pitch to Reed is also, well, that one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Demetrius has to play close to third base because she's got a runner there. Smith as well. They're both a little bit in front of the bag. And the next pitch, and that one's in there for another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Tell you what, a strikeout would be huge right here.
Yeah, he'd really set it up nice here and have a chance to get out of this inning without anything.
Bordoni ready with the 1-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Reed. And that's a big out there because now you only have to get 1 more. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Bordoni. And here is Helena Scott. Scott has reached on a fielder's choice and popped up to Peyton Smith, Peyton Smith over at first. I thought Parlberg was playing first. Smith was a designated player. What happened to Lily? Oh, that one gets away, but it bounces, takes a nice bounce off the screen and comes right back to Trice.
Yeah, I think Parlberg's in right now. I guess we should have checked the outfield a little more carefully.
Yeah.
Looks like Parlberg's in right.
I guess that kind of moved things around when they brought Berlin Hartman in, but Berlin Hartman just took the place of...
That might be Vliff in center.
Yeah?
That might have been what all the purpose of all the movement was. It could be Vliff in center.
I think you are right. I'm trying to make out the number, and it looks like 18. Swing and a miss. So that would make Hartman the designated player now? Maybe? Yes? I don't know. That one goes back to the fence, and I don't know why the runner at third base, Jillian Smith, didn't run, because that was definitely not a fortuitous bounce as it was the last time. At any rate, it's 2-2 to Scott. Bordoni just needs 1 more strike to get out of this inning and leave 3 runners stranded. Bordoni pitches up high, ball 3. Nowhere to put her.
Yeah, she turns her back to us, walks away. That's Vliff in center, so.
Yeah.
The leadoff spot is Hartman, but she's not playing anywhere in the field.
So I guess she would be the de facto designated player now. Bordoni ready with the payoff pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a shot right down the line past the glove of Demetrius. That is going to score 2 runs. And now runner is going to go, both runners are going to advance.
Schuckenbrock is going to hold up at second. Coach was trying to get her over there, but then she stalled up and then went through when the ball went through the infield.
So a 2 RBI double from Helena Scott. Schuckenbrock moves over to third on the play. And a foul ball back to the Collinsville dugout. 4th hit of the afternoon. Plates a couple of more here. Collinsville was 1 strike away from getting out of that inning with no damage done. The 0-1 pitch from Bordoni. Right down the middle. 0-2. Demetrius playing about where she is now. Had to reach around her body to try to snag that one and just couldn't get there. The 0-2 pitch by Bordoni. Swinging a fly ball that's going to find the gap, and it's going to roll all the way to the fence. That is going to send a couple more runners home. And on her way to third base with a RBI triple is Ava Segura.
Left fielder number 6, Amari Vickery.
Basically heading down to 0-2. Found something she could drive and Puts it into the gap there, and this will bring out coaching staff for Collinsville to talk about this.
So 10-2 in favor of Gillespie on the 5th hit of the afternoon. They've had a couple of doozies, a couple of doubles, triple on that one. Back-to-back doubles, or back-to-back with a double and a triple by Scott and Segura. Both of them knocked in 2 runs. Conversation's over, and due up is the number 9 hitter, Amari Vickery. Vickery has reached on an error and had a fly out to right field in her 2 at-bats. Bordoni digging in there, trying to get this final out. That one's in there for a strike.
Got ahead of several batters here
Yeah.
this inning.
She was down to 1 strike 2 times now to get that final out. Couldn't get it done. Double and a triple. There's a shot to center field. That's going to score another run. And Viloff had a weird bounce herself to deal with, but she did deal with it.
Shortstop, number 1, Ava Parrish.
Also bring up Parrish for the 4th time in 4 innings.
Yeah. Parrish has walked and scored and then suffered back-to-back strikeouts. Ball in there. Vickery on over at first base. She has 1 steal on the year. Bordoni ready with the 1-0, and that one's up high, 2-0. So now 2-0. Parrish, the 9th player to bat here in this inning, swing and a miss. Bordoni trying to dig in there. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. That one's low, ball 3-1.
She's already over 100 pitches, 4 innings.
Yeah, she's been working, that's for sure.
Been some long counts.
Including this one, 3-1, swing and a miss, and the ball gets away right underneath the legs of Trice. Three and 2 the count. Trying to strike out Ava Parrish for the 3rd at-bat in a row. 3-2 pitch from Bordoni. It's on the way. So 2 walks and 2 strikeouts for Parrish. 7th walk issued today by Bordoni. And that puts runners at 1st and 2nd. For Jillian Smith.
Catcher, number 10, Jillian Smith.
Smith has scored 2 runs, knocked in a run, hit by a pitch, single, and an RBI on a fielder's choice. Lots of runs being scored here with these 2 outs. Had bases loaded and a chance to get out of it and just couldn't. Swinging a shot right past the elbow of Bordoni, and that's going to bring home 1 more run. And we'll have runners on the corners. And the hit parade continues, and I think that's going to do it for Bordoni in the circle.
Yeah, she's laboring now, and hung one there, and I imagine we'll go to Smith now to pitch.
That looks to be the case. Coach Flowers out there. Well, she has to take her out because this is her 2nd mound visit. Yep, Smith is going to go get rid of the big oven mitt she uses down there for first base. And we are going to have a timeout while we have a pitching change to tell you about when we come back from said timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for some unique food options, super cold drinks, and a fun atmosphere with an attentive staff? Look no further than Hurricanes Bar and Grill in Collinsville. Owned and operated by former Kahok State soccer champ Tim Johnson, Hurricanes has been one of the area's great meeting places for fun, food, live sports and music, and video gaming. Daily specials like Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, and Fish Fridays. Hurricanes will tackle those hunger pains. Hurricanes is always open during all of Uptown Collinsville's Main Street festivals. Hurricanes is the place to satisfy your hunger and thirst needs. Hurricanes Bar and Grill, 222 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call for carryout orders at 618-345-0846. 618-345-0846. All Fluffed Up Grooming Salon in Caseyville is your go-to place to get that pampered treatment for your fur baby. All Fluffed Up offers one-on-one grooming sessions by skilled and professional groomers, focusing on a stress-free and fear-free experience for both pup and pup parent. Owned and operated by former Kahok Jenny Eves, All Fluffed Up in Caseyville offers nail trimming, ear cleanings, bathing, and fur trimming, as well as full cuts. All Fluffed Up Grooming Salon in Caseyville, 16 East Reynolds Street. Call Jenny Eves for an appointment at 618-855-8533. Mobile grooming coming soon. That's All Fluffed Up in Caseyville, 618-855-8533. Peyton Smith will come in and pitch. Bordoni will go over to first. And the 10th player to bat here in this inning is Jillian Smith, who led off this inning with a single and came around to score. First pitch misses for a ball. Numbers on Smith. This is her 12th appearance of the year. She has a 1-4 record with a 3.59 earned run average. Smith has struck out 28 and walked 22 so far this year. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Ava Parrish on over at first base. And a chance for Demetrilia. She knocks it down, throws over to first, but skips it in the dirt. And the run is going to score on an error. Barber gets the ball and nowhere to go with it because having a problem going down to second was Smith.
Nice recovery to at least get it and get a throw down there, but the throw was just a little wild. Might have a chance to get her with a better throw.
Another run comes in to make it 13-2. And a runner down at second base, and the batter is Sadie Schultes, the right fielder who has scored in every inning so far that she has took a bat in. Doubled and knocked in a run in the first, walked and scored in the second, and walked and scored so far here in the fourth. Do I have that right? Next pitch in the dirt. No, this is Schuckenbrock. Schultes was the one who reached on the air.
Walks her on 4 pitches. Going to throw it down to third, and Smith is back in time.
First baseman,
I don't have any idea what I'm doing here.
Well, the bases are loaded for Gillespie.
Yep.
It's still 2 outs.
And Rockers is 0 for 2. Walked in the first inning, but since then a fly out and a pop up in foul territory handled by Trice. So Smith is on over at third, Schultes at second, Schuckenbrock at first. Second time this inning the bases have been loaded. Last time we were 1 strike away from getting out of it with no runs scored, but ever since then the floodgates have kind of opened up. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen.
Now back to another chance to get out of this inning.
Yeah, 7 runs so far have scored in this inning. One and 2 the count to Rockers. Here's the pitch. That one skips in there. for ball 2, 2-2.
One skips in out in front of the plate there.
Yeah, it was right down the middle. If it would have been up, might have been a strike. 2-2 pitch from Smith to Rockers on the way. Swinging a pop fly that's going to land and then trickle into the outfield. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score on the most fortuitous infield base hit you'll ever see.
Just a weak little pop-up.
Yeah.
Thomas had to sell out there to try to get to that one. 2 more runs come in for Gillespie, and they got a 9 spot here in the 4th.
Yeah, they do.
And they get 2 more in. I guess we'd be Kahok still at the bat in the 4th, but I guess it'd be a 15 after 4 rule.
Yeah.
They got to get 2 more runs. See where we get.
Here's Paxton Reed, and she swings the first pitch she sees, and that one's foul, but it never made it over the fence. Bordoni tried to track it down, just couldn't get there in time.
So this Gillespie team continues with some
big innings,
big run totals.
Yeah. Fourteenth batter to bat here in this inning for Gillespie. Pitch, swinging a pop fly. Bordoni in foul territory is underneath it and has it for out number 3 in the inning. Finally comes to a close, but not before 9 runs come across the plate, and Collinsville finds themselves trailing 15-2 as they come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning. Whoop, not that one. Bottom of the 4th. There you go. Thank you, computer. Appreciate you. We will tell you all about the new inning when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all local area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with Tim Carlisle, Jim Cason, Logan Carlisle, and Caleb Tanzius play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event, or call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. That's 618-401-0052.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics.
All right, tell me that again.
20 for 15 in the 5 spot, and
for us?
I think he was talking about Gillespie.
Oh.
21 for whoever in the 8th spot.
20 for 15 and what?
21 for whoever was in the 8th spot.
Ava Segura. All right, that would mean.
So 21's out there at second base.
20 is at first base, and that is Lila Shaw.
Second pitch outside to Harlberg.
And second base, Ava Segura being replaced by Briley Whaley.
Harlberg fouls that one off.
All right, I think I got all that now. Yeah, 2 Avas are gone, so we only got 1 Ava left on the infield. We had 3, now we have 1. Lily Parlberg leads things off and looks at a called third strike.
Next up,
and that is the second strikeout for Reed, and here is Audrey Lauenstein. Parlberg popped up to second base in her only at bat. And here is Lauenstein, who grounded out to the shortstop, Ava Parrish, the only Ava we have left out there. 15-2. Swing and a miss. Next pitch, outside.
Quickly behind 0-2, but that's a ball.
Faith Fairchild waits on deck. 1-2 pitch from Reed to Lauenstein is fouled down the first base side.
Was hugging the line initially. Might have almost went fair. He stepped over the bag, but it's still foul.
Swinging another shot down the first base line, and that is off of the glove of Shaw and Whaley. And into the outfield.
Faith Fairchild.
So Collinsville has a runner on base. How are they scoring that one?
I'll let you know.
Okay. Here's Faith Fairchild, who also grounded out to Ava Parrish in her only at bat.
Hit.
Hit. It's very gracious. Next pitch, swing and a miss by Fairchild. She was well out in front of that off-speed delivery. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to the Kahok shortstop, Faith Fairchild. Next pitch from Reed. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Folks over here on the side of the press box covering their head with their hands, not knowing where that ball was going. I don't know what they're doing over there anyway. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Fairchild. Here's the next pitch. Swinging a pop fly out to center field. On the move is Scott, and she has it for out number 2.
Good job ranging back to get that one. Wind's whipping, and
yeah,
I don't know how far it's going to go.
That'll bring up Presley Thomas with Audrey Lauenstein over at first base. Audrey has 1 stolen base and has been caught once. Presley Thomas had an inside the park home run her last at bat. Swing and a miss.
Let's go for another one.
I'd like to see that. Next pitch. Up high. Lauenstein goes, and she is out at second base to end the inning.
Well, Thomas will lead off the 5th.
Yeah.
Try to get that other inside the park home run.
That is true. So we will head to the top half of the 5th, and Gillespie will come to the plate, and we'll see what they have up their sleeves when we return from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all the accessories. Rich has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Back here at the Collinsville Sports Complex, Dan Schaefer Field is where we are. Elena Scott will lead things off. It's the bottom 3 in the order here in the top of the 5th. It'll be Scott, the newly inserted Briley Whaley, and Amari Vickery. If anyone can get on, Ava Parrish back with another at bat. If so, that'd be 5 in 1 game. So that averages out to like 1 every inning.
Exactly.
Scott has reached on a fielder's choice, popped up, and doubled in a couple of runs in that 9-run 4th.
That last pitch dancing around all over the place, came in high on her.
Smith. Ready with the 2-0. Here it comes. Outside, ball 3. Collinsville has used Mackenzie Wologorski in the circle for one game. She pitched 1 1/3 of an inning. I have not had the chance to see her yet. 3-0 on the way. 4-pitch walk.
Next up for the Miners, number 21, Briley.
Second walk issued by Smith. Bordoni had 7 while she was out there. And here is Briley Whaley. Whaley has only had 3 at-bats this year, and she has 2 hits. So she's batting a robust .667.
Interesting color bat. All those little squares.
Yeah, it looks like Minecraft. 1-0 pitch from Smith on the way. Swing and a miss. Mari Vickery waiting on deck. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 1-2 the count to Briley Whaley. Whaley is a freshman. They have 3 freshmen on their roster out of their 11 players. 5 seniors. This is only the second time these two teams have ever met in a softball game. Collinsville started their softball program in '87. There's a pop-up right to Bordoni. 1 away.
Number 6, Amari
Get
Vickery.
in there, getting the catch, get the out in front of the base.
And Gillespie started their program the very next year, 1988. Didn't meet for the first time until last year. And the score that we have up there right now, that's the score that came from Gillespie that day. 15-2. 5-inning game.
I thought they were here 2 years ago.
No, they were not. Collinsville actually took a 2-0 lead in the top of the first in that one before the Miners scored 4 in the bottom of the first. 6 more in the second, 2 more in the third, 3 more in the fourth, and that equals 15. Here is Vickery. Runner is going to go after the drop ball, but no tag was applied. It made it into the glove of Fairchild in plenty of time, but she never did turn around and apply the tag.
Throw on time, just got to get out in front of the base there. Not enough time to apply the tag.
During that game. That game, by the way, was 1 year ago tomorrow. 13 hits by Gillespie. This one's popped up on the infield. Faith Fairchild is calling for it, and Dimitrielius almost knocked her out of the way there.
Shortstop number 1, Ava Parrish.
She didn't know she was there.
No.
She didn't know that.
I could even see Fairchild calling for it from here. Second out of the inning, back to the top of the order, and Ava Parrish, who has 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in this game. Both times she received walks, she came around to score. Smith. Ball outside. Collinsville got their 2 runs in that game a year ago on 4 hits. 2 RBI double from Keegan Edwards. Faith Fairchild had one of the 4 hits in that game for Collinsville. Swinging a shot down the third baseline, but that is foul. 8 of the players that did damage last year for Gillespie are back with the team. Then sophomore, now junior, Lacey Schuckenbrock went 2 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a home run. It was a solo shot. She scored 3 times as well. Smith is ready to go with another pitch to Ava Parrish. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Ava Parrish, who was a junior last year, now a senior, went 2 of 3 with a triple, an RBI, and scored twice. And Sadie Schultes, who was a junior last year and now a senior, hit a 2-run home run in that game. Nice little grab there by Trice. That one was heading back to the fence. Paxton Reed, the pitcher of the day here for Gillespie, had 2 hits, couple of RBIs. Plus, she got the win in the circle that game, going all 5 innings. She struck out 7 and walked 1. Next pitch on the way to Parrish is high. 3-2. So she's poised for the same thing. She's already walked twice and struck out twice, and here we are 1 pitch away from either one of those things happening. Here's the 3-2.
Tiebreaker.
Well,
she could have also gotten a hit.
I have her 2 walks and 2 strikeouts.
I'm saying that time there, she could have gotten a hit, though, right?
Oh, yeah, she could have.
Doesn't have to be a walker. Don't have to keep walking.
No, I know. 3rd walk by Smith. So Collinsville has walked 10 Lady Miners today. Here is Jillian Smith, the catcher. Walked and came around to score in that 4-run 9th. Singled and scored in the 4th. Was hit by a pitch and scored in the 1st. And the only other time she didn't, she grounded out. And there's a hit out to left field. And the throw in was well offline. And coming in to score was Scott.
The fielder just flung that in there. Not to anybody in particular. Puts a hand on her head. Another run comes in for Gillespie.
Smith goes down to second on the throw. And it's now 16-2. And a swing and a miss by Sadie Schultes. Schultes has been on base in every inning, and she's also scored in every inning. Well, actually, she scored twice in the 4th. Doubled in a run in the 1st, walked and scored in the 2nd, singled and reached on an error in that long 9-run 4th inning and came around to score both times. And a lot of damage today has come with 2 outs.
Yeah, that whole last inning, all 9 runs with 2 outs.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Swinging a chance for Faith Fairchild to end it. She scoops it, she throws, and in time for the out. So the inning does come to a close on the 6-3 putout. And Collinsville will be looking to try to get some runs on the board here as we head to the bottom half of the 5th, and we will tell you all about it when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Once again, we welcome you back here to the Collinsville Sports Complex. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler with you as we have a 16-2.
Kahok, second baseman number 5,
Presley Thomas will lead things off. She was up at the plate when Lauenstein got thrown out at second base, attempting a steal. Thomas has only 1 at bat, and she hit an inside the park home run in that 1 at bat.
Yeah, we're going for that second one here.
We are.
Second chance at it.
Ever seen 2 inside the park home runs in 1 game? I don't think I ever have.
The same batter.
Yeah. Not exactly a Fernando Tatis moment, but 2-1 the count to Thomas, then back to the top of the order, and Berlin Hartman. Here's the pitch. Thomas looks at one inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Next delivery, foul ball back to the screen. Collinsville needs to score 5 runs here, or this game will be over. Next pitch to Presley Thomas is on the way, swinging a high pop fly, but that one's foul. Goes into the stands where the visiting team has about 10 spectators. Make that 12. I counted. Full count. Thomas, next pitch, swing and another foul ball. Excuse me, we'll keep her alive. Paxton Reed, her 5th inning of work in the circle, pitches, and that one is high, and a walk to Thomas. So you're saying there's a chance.
Number 24.
Gotta start somewhere here, and Hartman will come up next. Leadoff walk.
3rd walk issued today by Reed. And Berlin Hartman grounded out to the 3rd baseman. Schuckenbrock, her first and only at bat. She came in late for Ava Muniz. And the pitch outside, ball 1. Oh, called that a strike.
Might be ready to go. He's been
Somebody-
calling that all night,
Somebody's got
though.
plans.
No, he called that earlier, though. It's been pretty consistent.
Swing and a miss. Got to protect now, and you know that he's calling the pitch outside like that. So 0-2 the count to Berlin Hartman. Foul ball. Hartman, one of many freshmen on this year's team. It's a very young team, and they are taking their licks this year. But it'll all benefit them here in a couple of years. When these young ladies are juniors and seniors, I think we should have a pretty good team. Here's the 0-2. That one bounces in there, and Presley Thomas is going to go all the way to second base on a wild pitch.
Got a couple pitchers that'll come into their own here and be forces to deal with, and maybe we'll clean up some of these errors and showing that they can hit a little bit from time to time.
Runner at second, nobody out. Hartman with a 2-2 count, swinging another foul ball that's over into the Lady Kahok's dugout. Looks like Ava Muniz might be getting some work done on that leg over there. Another 2-2 pitch on the way to Hartman, and that one is a called strike. Strike 3.
Next up, 3rd baseman, number 4, Ava Demetrio.
That's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Reed, and here is Ava Demetrius, who has walked and lined out. The line out was to the first baseman at the time, Ava Rockers. Walked, stole second in the first, and then was thrown out at home on a bunt play by Allie Vileff. Double play, the 5th one of the year for Gillespie. Swinging a foul ball straight back up on top of the net now, and found a hole. 0-2 the count. Reed pitches. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back caught-looking strikeouts by Hartman and Demetrius. And McKenna Trice is Collinsville's last hope here. Presley Thomas waits down at second base. McKenna has reached on an error and walked and was stranded both times. Right down the middle, all of a sudden, Reed is on fire. Didn't get her first strikeout till the 3rd inning. Got 1 in the 4th and now 2 here in the 5th. Pitch, swinging a shot right back to her, and that's going to do it, folks. Play goes 1-3 for the putout, and Collinsville loses this one here tonight by a final score of 16-2. Time for us to move into the post-game show, brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show, that is what we have coming up for you next on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an Invisired lipolaser machine. The Invisired machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The Invisired technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that Invisired offers.
Welcome back into the Chiropractic Works postgame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, 16-2 in favor of Gillespie, and assistant coach Braden Henson joins us. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Sorry, Brandon. I always get those two confused.
That's all right.
Yeah, there's Braden Henson on the baseball team.
He gets a ton of my emails.
He
poor
does.
kid.
I'm sure he does. Do you get his? That's the question.
No.
No?
No one ever sends any. See, he's just B Henson, and there's a 2 on mine, so people forget to put the 2 on it for me. So then he just forwards them along, and it's like, I don't think this was for me. And most of the time, he's right.
Yeah. All right. All right. So your team just loses here 16-2. Gillespie. Dude, they are a solid program. I said it in the beginning of the game that they've been around for 30 years, and they have a .708 winning percentage. You win 70% of your games over a 30-year period. Kind of makes you elite, does it not?
It does, and they showed it tonight. They've had some good scores in other games this year. I think they only lost 5-0 to Edwardsville.
Yep.
Very good team, and I think they beat O'Fallon or Alton. I don't remember which
Alton.
one. Alton. And they showed it tonight. The pitcher threw a lot of strikes, and they definitely hit the ball. I was looking today, and they have a couple of girls that are in the top, like 25 in St. Louis in batting average, and it definitely showed.
Yeah, they came into this game with 9 home runs this year, but that's the one thing they didn't do today, although they had a big helping wind, but thankfully you guys kind of kept them in the park.
Yeah, they hit the ball hard, a lot of line drives. There was the one in the first inning the girl got out there, but our field's 25 feet bigger than everybody else's all the way around. So that's quite the poke to get it out of here if you do. So
how is Ava Muniz? I'm guessing hammy.
Yeah, she hit that ball in the first inning, hit that triple, and she was grabbing her hamstring the whole way around, and I was like, but she's not acting like it's real severe. She's not limping when she's walking or anything. So maybe hopefully just a little tweak and take care of her tomorrow, get her some treatment in the AT room, and hopefully she'll be good to go on Wednesday.
Bright spot. How about that inside the park home run by Presley Thomas?
Yeah, that was awesome. We were joking the other day, hitting on the field, that she was going to hit a dinger, and she found her own special. She found her own special way to do that. So that was awesome. She was flying around there. A dive into home was cool, and good to see her hitting the ball hard again. And she had a little rough stretch there, and she wasn't real happy with herself, but the last 2 games she's put some good bat on the ball and it's coming around again, so that's good.
You guys, you did hit the ball hard, but it seemed like every time you did so it was right at somebody.
Yeah, Ava Demetrius got absolutely robbed. That was smoked. The last out of the game, that I don't even know if the pitcher knew she caught it until she looked down in her glove. I mean, she kind of hit it hard right at her. Seems like that's happened quite a bit. Faith hit one hard at the center fielder, kind of just not finding the gaps, not finding the holes, just hitting it hard right at people. So
yeah.
But the more that happens, the more they'll start to fall and see some more success, score some more runs. So
yeah. And you guys are at home all week long. The only day off you have is tomorrow. Got Cahokia coming in here on Wednesday if the weather doesn't mess with that. So how do you guys like these busy weeks? Do you like those a lot better than just practice?
When it's all home games, I like it.
Yeah, no doubt there.
No bus rides to and from, but I think it's a good mix. 3 games a week is probably more ideal when you really got 2 pitchers just going at the varsity level, but we'll make it work. Wednesday should be a fun game for the kids, and maybe sneak one in at Belleville West and Roxana on Friday. So hopefully into week with at least a couple wins, maybe 3. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I am scheduled to be here on Wednesday, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think we're gonna miss the rain. The rain says like midnight into Thursday morning, so I think we'll be good Wednesday. Thursday, hopefully it doesn't rain too much overnight and we can get it in, but we'll see.
All right, thanks for the visit, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, that is Brandon Henson on the post-game show. We appreciate him visiting with us after games, and that's going to do it for us. Final score here: Gillespie wins 16-2. They had 16 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error and left 4 base runners on. Collinsville 2 runs on 4 hits. They had 4 of each, 4 errors and 4 runners left on base. A very big thank you to Jazz Gomez joining me on the pregame interview, and Brandon Henson joining me on the postgame interview. My name is Todd Duke. I will be back with you tomorrow. We have a road volleyball game at Belleville West, and we'll be on the air sometime between 5:30 and 5:45, depending on how the JV games go from Belleville West. So until tomorrow, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Monday.